Doing good, man. I've just come into the midline there a bit more. Now I want to do some breathing here. This is where the true upper abdominal connections are.
Click.
Little click. There you go, man. Open up. And lengthen. Beautiful. G'day guys, Aaron and Jace here. Got a video today to talk about rounded posture. So you might be a desk worker or a truck driver that spends all of your day in this position here, and when you stand up, you look in the mirror, you see yourself rounded, gravity's taking over. We're going to show you today some muscles that if you get them worked by us or at home on your own, you're going to actually unwind that posture, and then some drills in the gym that are going to let you help get you out of that posture as well and strengthen up some other areas of the body and just get you to mobilize the rib cage. What we're going to do on Jace today is just treat the front side of his body, okay? Because when you sit down all day, what can happen is you just get pulled down. So you see what happens when Jason actually goes into a rounded posture. Look how tight this area gets. So you might not look like Jace because he's pretty ripped, but you might have that much tension on the front side. Your pecs, your abs are all tight, pulling you down. And you can see that's not a very nice position to be in.
No, it's not.
It hurts, doesn't it? So just to go over to the muscle chart here, all this abdominal tissue that attaches to the ribs, the pecs, all of that is pretty much short on you, and it's causing your spine to round at the back, all right? So we're going to show you some stuff today where, you know, if you came into MMT, we would do it on you to make you feel a lot better. So like I said before, it's going to be into the abdominals to start with. So just get a bit of wax on the hands and let's just pre-wax Jace a little bit here. For interrupting your video, guys, but I want to talk to you about the MMT Online Academy. So you might have been looking at Ninja and I doing our stuff for a long time now, thinking, how good would it be to work at MMT? But you might be overseas. This is your chance to get exclusive content updates from us every single day to make you a better practitioner, more new customers, better results, and skyrocket your income. So if you want to be on the inner sanctum, get into the Academy. All you got to do is dedicate 5 minutes a day to making yourself better, and it's just 28 bucks per month. How good's that? 7 bucks a week. Might just do one stroke going the whole way up to start. Just wax him up.
Oh,
look at this. Just lube the boy up.
She's sliding pretty well. Good thing I don't have too much hair on my chest.
There we go. So even these strokes, like they're fast and they're light, but this can be a great way to just unwind some of that top layer fascia, like the skin. Because sometimes it can just be that top layer that actually is the stuff that's winding you down. So this stuff alone can be just so therapeutic at encouraging these tissues that have been anchored down. If we work up the body here, it's a great way to encourage the joints back to the position that we want them to be in. So as a body worker, if you imagine if stuff's getting pulled down this way, we want to work upwards in the opposite direction, you know. For people like this, I generally probably wouldn't be working down this side of the body. I'd want to encourage everything going up. So when I'm working up in this line here, I'm almost working with Jason's breath and getting his brain and neurology to like feel like it wants to go in the opposite direction. It feels good, eh?
It feels good to have that area opened up. It's pretty tender through certain spots, but yeah,
it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's almost like, as a body worker, especially a fascial body worker, it's almost like you're kneading or you're playing with Play-Doh, really. You're kind of just pushing joints in the direction that you want them to go.
Kneading the tissues.
Kneading the tissues. Oh. So up on the ribs here is so good. So you imagine like these joints here, all these little intercostal joints, they're probably, on people that are rounded, they're compressed, you know. You're never directing air into the lungs at the front here to open up these joints. So just getting all these little areas worked can be absolutely medicine. And then like Jason said, up in the pec here, like there's so much attachment onto the sternum there. So this could be the area where you're quite short and angry. So just getting some blood and some flow in this region can be great. And then you come out along under the clavicle there to this area of the pec and the deltoid that can be pretty brutal as well. Pretty and nasty, there's some flicks over here, which is...
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, there it is. Beautiful.
Oh, love that.
Love that. And even like what you can do too is like even get them to hang their arms off the table. So again, you're kind of biasing the opposite of what they're into. Exactly. So see that? When Jason goes into internal rotation, it's almost like feeding that dysfunction. But if we can put him out there, old Christ the Redeemer here.
Yeah, that's it.
For all our Brazilian followers over there, get us over to Rio, I reckon.
Remember to like and subscribe and share. Helps our algorithm reach more people. But
That's it.
if you like our content.
We do have a lot of followers from Brazil, or people that watch from Brazil. So if you got rounded posture in Brazil, get us over there, mate.
Or come over here.
Yeah.
But no, we'll go over there.
We'll go there.
Imagine Ninja over in Brazil.
Oh, he'd love it.
Oh, he'd tear it amok.
Yeah. He loves Brazilian women.
Does he?
Yeah,
There you go. Any Brazilian women?
A big glistening butt. You shush there, Jace. I'm unwinding your posture. One more of these, I reckon. Just one more. Yeah, good, bro. Good. That's it. You keep breathing there, man. Open up. Open up. Open up. Love it. There's definitely some gold up in these little sternal attachment points. But yeah, to start your bodywork session, sometimes it's good to just do these flowing strokes to just get some blood going.
Oh, it's a bit easier to handle as well on the table than just going straight into the real deep work.
Yeah, 100%. And already I can see there's been some change there, which is nice to see, bro. He's hydrated.
Bit lower this side now, is it?
All right, let's do this side for you, bro, too. I'll just work on this same side of the table for Leo so he can see. Let's see which side's got maybe a bit more in it too. And what's really good about this, I love working into the abdomen because I feel like it's just tissue that doesn't get treated enough. You know, there's so many layers of muscles in the abdomen. You've got like 6 layers of actual abdominal muscular tissue, like the obliques and the rectus abdominis.
Definitely a bit more.
Definitely feels more in this side. What's going on?
Oh.
And another thing too is like we need to respect that there's organs there too. So we can have visceral fascia, visceral tension, which is like the tension between our organs. So especially in this day and age, like a lot of people have digestive issues. And so when we do body work in here, it's not just muscles we're treating, we're actually encouraging flow and blood flow and separation in all those tissues as well. So you can actually be creating change to someone's digestion, which is awesome.
You might actually get a couple of little gas changes as
you're
treating.
Might,
it's always
exactly. A couple of pop-offs.
Yeah. Oh,
but,
excuse me.
With what Jay said here is that the right side was a bit sorer, and that's pretty indicative of what a lot of people have actually. Like diaphragm's bigger on the right side, but just with our organ structure, like liver and gallbladder are here, and a lot of people have a lot of more tenderness or pain around that area too. And so as I was coming up here, it seemed like Jace was just experiencing a little bit more discomfort as I came up into that upper abdominal there.
Yeah.
So that could be, I mean, it could be the ascending colon there, the, you know, large intestine, it could be liver and gallbladder, which I'm getting up into now.
Oh, yeah, there.
Yeah, and then just also having respect that a lot of the time if people have pain in organs here, there could be some emotional stuff that's also linked to it too. So, you know, liver is all about anger, frustration, things like that. So it very often when you're doing this kind of body work, there might be some emotional stuff that comes up for people too. So just respecting that, if you can see that stuff's coming up, it's really big to hold space and allow it to, but also maybe educate someone who's not familiar with it. You know, if someone isn't familiar with that kind of work and what could happen, there might be a little bit about them kind of holding it back or keeping it in because they don't want to embarrass themselves, but just allowing them to go through that process can be really special as well. Always some gold on that deltoid out there. Seems like it's calmed down a little bit more on this side. What do you think though?
Yeah.
But you definitely felt like there was a little
just
bit
that
more.
upper ab, yeah.
Doing good, Jace. Good breathing from Jace there. When I'm doing work in here though, I'm always telling people just to try and relax and just do what feels natural to them. It's good, man. Oh. So what we're going to move into a little bit is just focusing on this bottom rib here. So this area of tissue can be the specific area that causes the most kind of anchoring or pulling down in this region here, because like the abdominal tissue attaches there. You've got attachments of the diaphragm on that kind of costal angle there. And that can be the area that gets really fibrotic and really calcified on people that have rounded posture. So, you know, these people could be getting work done into the pec minor a lot up here, trying to get those scapulars to set back, but it can actually be this area of tissue which is causing it. Okay.
Crunch through there.
Right in there. All right. So what we're going to do is just start on that bone there, which is obviously giving Jace a fair bit of curry already. So I'm just going to park there and get him used to what that feels like. And then I'm just going to start tracing down.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit in there.
Yeah.
So I'm just literally on the bone, or just, I'm not really in the upper abdominal, I'm just kind of pinning right on the bone there, and I just want to work through that. You're doing good, man. I love this breathing that Jason's doing too, because a lot of times people can just hold their breath in this position here, especially when it's painful, but the more you can breathe through it, yeah, try not to tense too much, man. Like, let your arms relax there. That's it, good.
And the key is probably not trying to go through real deep breaths. Like, you just want to go with, so I'm not fighting back against what Aaron's doing or the practitioner's doing. So it's just taking those controlled breaths where you're staying relaxed, but you're actually still going through a breath cycle.
That's a good point. There's a hell of a lot of tone
Yeah.
here for Jace.
I didn't feel any of this on the other side.
That's ugly. Good, man. See if you can bring awareness to this area and let it go a little bit. I feel like there's some... That's it. Just a little bit of change in breath there has brought some softness to that tissue underneath my pressure. So I'm a little bit lower now, probably in the upper abdominals a little bit more, just getting a feel of what that's like.
Oh, horrible.
Yeah, you can see me really underneath that angle there of that bottom rib. And out, man. Let it all go. It's good. Do one more in here. But if you're a bodyworker out there and you see this presentation, like, you could just do like literally an hour. Like, I've done many sessions where it's just an hour in these regions, just working through all different parts of the rib cage. Because yeah, it could be a little nugget that you find in like an intercostal out there that you just pin and do work on, and that can be the thing that unwinds them. So just really encourage you to explore. It's good, man. Another one I like doing too is coming from the opposite line of the table and just pinning in and trying to crowbar in, up and under. Yeah, there's plenty in here, which is really good. Remember, just liver, gallbladders under here too. So if I've got some discomfort in those organs, just got to respect it. What's the sensation like for you there,
Just
Jace?
dull with a little bit of a sharp sensation when you try and breathe in, and it sort of pushes back.
Yes, another thing you can do too, because it can be quite taut on people, what you can do is like grab the other hand and pick the slack up in the skin and pull it down, so it almost like softens where I'm pushing in with my other hand, so I can go a little bit deeper. So that's an option there for you too, but sometimes I more just want to encourage the opening, so I'm kind of just working their body like this, just changing positions of my thumb, but there's plenty in here, Jace.
Yeah.
This is good.
Proper treatment.
Proper treatment, man. Lift your arm up there, bro. Let's get your microphone
Get the
out
mic
there.
out of the way.
Mike Whitney.
What's he doing? Oh, no.
There you
a
go.
nightmare. There we go.
Trying to bloody strangle you at the same time, aren't I? No, you're right.
We'll figure it out. They don't need to hear me breathing.
Mike Whitney, look him up. Off spinner.
Was he? Or was he fast bowler?
Oh, was he fast
I
bowler?
don't know.
Anyway, who dares wins? Anyway, I'm getting off track here. So yeah, you can see I've just like biased the arm there a little bit to try and open Jace up. Let those fingers relax, bro. That's it. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in.
Oh, it comes across the other side.
Really?
Yeah.
And out. Nice, bro. We'll do one up in here. I reckon there's going to be a nugget. Oh. Doing good, man. man. Beautiful. And another little gold technique we've got, I'll let you put your arm back there, man, is just the, is how you just open the wardrobe here, open the cupboard.
The hook grip.
Your hook grip. So you get your 4 fingers, you find that costal angle there, get your 4 fingers, and then just let that sinking happening first there before you start crowbarring in and holding up. You didn't realise you had heaps of stuff here, did you?
This side was fine.
Good, man. Keep breathing there. Let me in a little bit. Let me in, let me in. Good. When you breathe in, try and flare your ribs a little bit if you can. Hard to breathe.
Yeah.
I'll just let Jason. He's getting a real treatment here, guys, so I just got to kind of respect it. I really want to grip his ribs and pull them open, but I'm not meant to make you laugh either, bro. Doing good, man. A few more. And out. You're doing really good. And again. I'm just going to stay here for a few minutes, guys, because he actually really needs this. Good, bro. So cool. Every outward breath, I feel myself getting deeper, or it's like a permission from Jace that he's allowing me in a little bit more. All that tissue's actually just letting go. And this is the beauty about this kind of body work, is that like it's a human that you're working with, and so like people that have rounded posture, not that Jace has this at all, but people that had rounded posture, sometimes it is like a protective thing, you know, they're in that posture because they're protecting themselves from something. So you just need to be cognizant and aware that if we're opening people up like this, we are making them more exposed, if you know what I mean. They leave the clinic and they're feeling good, they're open, they're proud, but then it's almost like, you know, they could be more exposed, so they may have some emotional stuff come up when they leave too. So I think as body workers, we learn the physical stuff so much, the mechanical stuff, but we've got to also realise that it is a human that we're working with too, and they have emotions and feelings and traumas and things that are going on for them. So body work can really shift that up in a great way, but it can also be in a confronting way as well. Softening more there, bro.
Yeah.
Doing good, man. I'll just come out of that now. He's done bloody well. Well done, man. So another one I like to do too is, see some fingernail marks there, it's good, is I like to do the double sometimes too. So this is after I would have done both sides. I'm not going to do the other side because you're just going to see it on one, but just find where the biggest restriction is on both sides and then just pin evenly here. And then you can see how I'm getting a low, like I'm getting down low, so I'm really focusing my pressure upwards, just trying to unwind that posture that they're in. Because if I was straight over the top just coming down, like it's still hitting the upper abdominals there, but I really want to focus crowbarring that rib cage up like this. So Jace breathes in. Good, man. Really good, really good. And let it out, bro. So I loved how much he directed the air into his lungs, into the front of the lungs, to see all those joints in the sternum there opening up. Let it go, man. Good. Awesome. That's it, man. Breathe in. Don't tense too much, just allow the air to come in. Oh, brilliant, bro. And out. So this is actually one of the corrective drills that we're going to show you down in the gym, is just teaching people to direct the airflow of into their lungs, into the front. See how much awesome expansion he's getting in the front of his chest there? People that have rounded posture, all those little joints in here, they're so closed that they're not used to directing air in here. All the air would go into the middle of their back, you know? So with our rib cage, we want 360-degree expansion. We want people to be able to direct airflow throughout the entirety of their lungs and their thorax. Whereas most people have asymmetries where only one side of the rib cage would get air, or just the front would get air. Like, we're going to make a video as well that'll be coming out soon of the opposite of this posture. People that are actually flared at the front of their ribs and are like closed off at the back, so they're more used to directing airflow where Jason's doing right now, but not at the back. So it's a completely separate issue. So that's why assessment is so important when you've got clients in front of you, because that'll dictate where you're treating and how you want to train them and what you want to kind of bias in the gym. But Jason's doing so well here. Like, I'm being able to get so much deeper in here, but I feel like he's able to flare his ribs a little bit more now too. So how you going there, bro?
Yeah, good. It feels a lot easier in there now.
Yeah.
There's still nothing on this side compared to
that? Yeah, cool. So sometimes, you know, Jason's a bodyworker, very aware of his body, very conscious of his body, but he didn't know until we started filming this video today that he may have had some stuff that might have been holding him back, you know. You're doing good, man. I've just come into the midline there a bit more. Now I want to do some breathing here. This is where the true upper abdominal connections are.
Click.
Little click. Nice, man. Oh.
Little grumble.
Little grumble. There's some good shit happening, man. And I'll come out of that now, bro. Awesome. Have a bit of a breath there, man. Look at him. Definitely looks like there's some better stuff happening up here, which I really like. I might do, I reckon I'll do a knuckle drag right up the middle of the sternum and catch both sides of those sternal attachments where the pecs come in. You just keep doing that breathing, man. I love that. Awesome, man. I love how much he's directing his air into his body now without having to tense anything. It's just the air going in. Good, because so many people when they breathe, they breathe and everything tenses, whereas Jason's just breathing now and the air's going in and then there's expansion. Love it. So this is another underlooked area of the body, is just these sternal attachments where the pec major comes and attaches. Another area that if it's short and compressed, it's going to be pulling the shoulders forward, pulling that spine into flexion. You're doing great, man.
Oh, there's a knuckle.
Little knuckle crack. Open, open, open. Good breathing, man. And out. What can we do here? I'm just inventing something here, but can we do... Nice. So going around the pec and then hooking into that anterior deltoid there. This is going to be a good breath here, man. Breathe in. Expand, expand, expand. Oh.
Boy, oh boy.
Let's do one more, bro. Oh, one more stroke. It might be a few more breaths. I'm literally on top of him here. This is what bodyworkers have got to do. So under that clavicle.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. It's all happening here.
Daddy long legs, step over the tail.
Benefits of the long legs. But this is what I do in sessions. This is...
Oh, flick. Oh, wow.
Bang. Look at him. He's a new man. He's had a big session there. He's opened up. I love it, bro. So what we're going to do now, guys, hopefully you learned a lot there about how you want to open up the front for some people. Some other things that you're going to be aware of when you're treating now. But what we're going to do is go down to the gym and we're going to show you 2 or 3 exercises that you're going to prescribe to these people, or if this is something on you, you can start doing in the gym. We'll see you down there. All right, guys, we're going to show you 3 really easy exercises that you can start doing to try and create some opening at the front of the rib cage. And the first is literally just getting a gym ball and just getting used to opening up here. So you put your hands behind your head, Jason, just literally spending time in this position, just rolling back and forth and just trying to get some opening here. So you see Jace has got this beautiful kind of C curve, but going the other way now. So you can imagine someone that's pulled in the opposite direction. This will be really hard for him to get that stretch there. So talk us through what you feel there when you do that, Jace.
Yeah, actually feel like it's opening up through the back, or through the front. But yeah, feel like I'm getting some length through my spine. It just feels like I'm opening all those joints up that might normally be stuck in a lengthened position at the back there.
Yeah, so you just imagine like, it's simple, but it's just kind of basic mechanics. Like if people spend all day shortened here and they feel stuck here, just doing this, and it feels so simple. It's like, why haven't I thought of that earlier? It's just like, you got to prioritize it. That's the thing. It's just, you got to unwind this stuff. So this isn't as much as an exercise as it's just a stretch, you know, it's just an unwinding. And see how beautiful Jason's getting some rib flare here. There's some length through the abs, and it's just closing those joints at the back, which is so cool.
Yeah, being able to get some extension through your spine, like so many people in this rounder position, you can't actually extend through your thoracic spine particularly, so you might be quite locked up through there because you're always hunched here. You don't actually have that ability to extend and open up as much. So obviously we've released the tissues, but just exposing those joints to actually that extension position can change a lot.
And what's really cool is as bodyworkers, we can actually do some treatment in here still, which is cool. So even just that, sometimes some light treatment along that bone while Jason's in that position can be great. Even if you let your head go back, man. What happens if you let your head go? There you go, man. Open up.
Just making sure I don't fall off the ball.
Doing good, man. And come back. There you go. That's your first one. Grab a gym ball, put it in front of your TV, whatever you do at night. Make sure you unwind what you're doing during the day. Okay, guys. So the next one is a kneeling slam. So this is a really good exercise to, again, get some promotion of some opening up at the front, but whilst doing it dynamically in an exercise. So what Jason's going to do here is, let the ball go over his head and then just promote opening here, length, and then just slam. It's not about the slam though, it's more about this. So he doesn't need to slam it hard. Don't need to slam it hard, man. It's just about the opening and then let it go. Good. So more about length and then slam. Good, man. So Jason's going to just keep repping out there. And I just want you guys to look at the angles, look at the shapes. Opening and closing. And how this differs to the gym ball is, the gym ball is purely just like a passive stretch, just getting tissues to open up and lengthen. But this is eccentric. So what's happening is these muscles are having to actually activate as they're lengthening, as opposed to the gym ball was just holding them in a passive stretch. So what this does is, this is probably going to cement in longer term changes. If you just rely on passive stretching all day, it's not really as effective as this, because this is going to integrate it and make it more long term. So how does that feel, man? Are you
really
that
good.
Feeling of that
same
length?
Thing. It's almost like an elastic band or a spring, like you're opening up, creating that tension, and then it's able to pull me back through. So you're still getting that contraction when you're coming back, but as Aaron said, you're opening these joints up in more of a dynamic way, and then you're actually able to utilize your core better rather than just being stuck here where you don't have that recoil to be able to pull you back. So that's the importance of doing dynamic training and exercises. You can lie on the gym ball, but that might not necessarily correlate or cross over to what you're doing during the day. So if you just lie there passively, where if you add dynamic into it, it's like you start to teach your body like to get into these patterns and then maintain it and actually get some more strength through those patterns as well.
Yeah, it's like it's got the ability to stay in that position rather than just relying on passive stretch. It might actually fix it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well done. One more exercise. Okay, last one, guys. This is quite dynamic. There's a lot happening here. So you might have been to the gym and you might be used to doing rows like Jason's showing here, but you can really spice this up to get more benefit of opening up the rib cage, but also adding a little bit of rotation in the rib cage as well. So, Jace, can you show a row where this is going to feed opening up here?
Yeah. So you're starting to pull the arm in, and as I'm coming in, I'm extending through my ribs, but rotating my sternum towards Aaron there, so away from the camera, and then coming back. So I'm not going back into that hunch position, still staying up tall, but as I'm coming in, I can start to extend back and open up through this side of the rib cage or this side of the abs.
Yeah, so it's like kind of, even though he's roaming in on the left, The length is coming from predominantly the other side. So can you row that hand in more? All the way, all the way, all the way. That's it, man. Good. Row that in, open up. So we can see how we're getting a beautiful dynamic movement of the rib cage. Like Jason said, he's rotating his rib cage to the left, but we've also got some extension happening and opening up at the front here. So this is a great way that you can not only unwind this rounded posture, but you can feel free in general. Because a lot of people, when they train in the gym, they don't rotate much. They don't move side to side. So this is a great way that you can add this into your gym program and actually make you feel more relaxed, more free, more open, rather than feeling stiff like a cage like this. So show you the other side, Jace. Beautiful. So we can start to see that we're rotating towards the camera now, but we're also getting this beautiful length and extension. How much can you get more, Jace, there? Like, can you get that rib cage coming up more like the slam? Yeah, man, nice. Perfect, couple more. Up, open, good. Last one, man. All the way open. Get this hand going a bit higher. That's it there. And have a rest, bro, done. So you see, it's pretty brutal, even for our best body, it's still quite tough, but there are 3 great ways that you can start to get more opening happening of your rib cage. One's a passive stretch, one's a little bit of an entry into the dynamic movement, and that one's quite complex. So you've got beginner to advanced, covered. So. There you go, guys. So if you've got rounded posture, if you're in Melbourne, come in, we're going to help you. But if you're not, you've got some ideas at least. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.